Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you 3 DIYs that you can make for your American Girl doll room. The very first thing that I'm going to be showing you guys how to make is this hanging shelf. So you are going to need some foam board, scrapbooking paper, string, a hot glue gun, some glue, scissors, an X-Acto knife, a ruler, and a pencil. The very first thing that we're going to do is take our foam board and measure out 5 inches by 2 inches with our ruler, and this will be the actual shelf piece of this DIY and the base. Now you're going to take your X-Acto knife and cut through the foam board on the lines that you traced, and be careful, it is pretty sharp, and if you can't cut all the way through, you can always take scissors and finish cutting it out then. So now we're going to take our scrapbooking paper, make sure to turn it over, and then I went ahead and traced our foam board on the back. And then you're going to cut that out and make sure to leave room on all the sides, that way we can fold that over. To put the scrapbooking paper on the foam board, I just used some Elmer's glue. I don't know if it was just old or something, but the consistency reminded me of Mod Podge, so it worked out nicely. So I just put a thin coat on the foam board and then placed that in between the lines that we made earlier on the scrapbooking paper. Then I took my ruler and just smoothed out the edges so there weren't any creases on the top side. This next step is pretty important, so we're gonna go ahead and cut each corner, just make little slits, and that way we're able to actually fold over all of the paper on the edges. And to attach the paper, you're just gonna put a little bit of glue, not too much, and just fold that over and glue it down. To do the edges or the corners, you're just going to want to fold it kind of like you're wrapping a present, and just get that excess paper tucked under, and then you're able to pull that paper over the edge. It's kind of hard to explain, but if you watch the clip, you should be able to figure it out. Now you're going to grab your string, and we're going to make the actual things that hold up the shelf. And I just measured out 2 pieces, and you can do any length you want. I just did the length that I thought I would want the shelves to hang. So once you cut that off, you're going to fold both sides over in half and tie a knot at the top. And make sure they're even. After you tie the knot, you should have 2 loops, and these will go on either side of the foam board that you have. So this is probably the most difficult part, is just making sure you get it in the right place, because if it's uneven or it's not equaled out, then the shelf will be crooked when you hang it up. So I just took a pencil and marked where I wanted the string to go, and just be careful with the hot glue as you're putting it over. And then I just kind of pulled out the top just to make sure that it's still aligned correctly. The next thing we're going to be making is a flower vase out of a water bottle. So you're going to need a water bottle, some twine, a hot glue gun, scissors, and an X-Acto knife. So the first thing you're going to do is make sure you have an empty water bottle, and then you're going to use your X-Acto knife and poke a hole and just kind of cut the top off. Be careful with it since it is sharp. The top of the water bottle with the cap is the actual vase, so I thought it was a little too tall, so I just took my scissors and trimmed it down to the height that I wanted. I decided to decorate my vase with some twine, so I just took some hot glue and just put little sections of it and then wrapped the twine around it. If If you do this, be careful since it's really hot and it goes through the water bottle pretty easily, but you can decorate the outside any way you like. I just really like the twine and the neutral color of it. The last step is to just fill your vase with flowers. I found these on sale at Hobby Lobby, and I would recommend trying to find some on sale because fake flowers are actually really expensive. So try to find some cheap ones that you really like and then just put them in your vase that you just made. If you don't want to go through all the trouble of making your own vase for your dolls, they definitely have miniature things at craft stores. I got these two at Hobby Lobby. I just got a little tin watering can, a little glass jar, and they're really cheap. I think the tin can was maybe $1, and same with the little jar. You can just find really cute miniature things that you can put flowers in as well if you don't want to take the time to make your own. And they make for really cute decorations around your doll room, and they're super simple and easy to do. The last DIY for this video is a photo grid. These are pretty popular if you've seen the gold ones around social media, but you're going to need some bamboo skewers, scissors, hot glue gun, X-Acto knife, and some paint and a paintbrush. This photo grid is a little more difficult to make and is very time consuming, so we're going to try to get through it, and I'm going to explain what I did. I had to do a lot of it off camera since it was more difficult to do on camera, but let's just get started. So the first thing you're going to do is cut 4 pieces out of the bamboo skewers, and each piece is going to be 4 inches. I used my X-Acto knife to do this. It was the easiest way, and you don't even have to cut all the way through the skewer. You can kind of snap it in half once you get about 3/4 of the way through. Now you're going to use your hot glue gun to glue all 4 pieces together that we just cut out, and you're going to be forming a 4x4 square, and this is your frame for the whole picture grid itself, and 4x4 is 4 inches by 4 inches. To make the inside and the rest of the grid part, I don't have exact measurements. I just kind of eyeballed it and used a pencil to mark everything. So you're going to do 2 long ones to put in the middle, so I did that, and then you're going to want to make really tiny sticks to put in between so you can form your grid. It is very time consuming, and I just had to do it off camera because it was way too difficult to do at the same time, but if you have the patience and you take a couple of breaks, you'll be able to figure it out and put them in correctly. I'm sorry I don't have exact measurements, but it's different since this bamboo skewers actually kind of bend a little, so they all end up being different sizes. You just have to kind of eyeball and measure and mark and just make sure that it all evenly is placed and looks like a photo grid. Once you've finally made it through the long process of actually making the photo grid itself, you get to decorate it, which is the fun part, I think, and you just get to put whatever you'd like on it and just have fun with it. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it gave you some inspiration for your own doll room, and if you liked it, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!